We rejoin our Planissimo Porirots as they try to track down a lost teenager with a surprising secret. The trail of clues points to a church. Will they locate the lost lycanthrope there? Or do judgment and wrath await them? The camera is set at the front door of the building and catches you as you're walking out. Pile into the Stump
cool
mobile.
Truck, the Stump mobile. I want to clarify, I think people could sit in the back if they wanted, but probably not for city driving. There is like one of those really, really small kind of back seats in between the main two in front and the little window that opens out to the back.
That's just a punishment. That's not a seat.
It's not, but it is. It allows 3 people to be in this vehicle. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you don't think it's like an older timey truck with like a bench seat in the front?
Oh, it could be. I like when there's a little third one though,
like
with the window
yeah.
over the shoulders.
Yeah.
It can have a little more space.
Prisoner seat.
Your
least favorite friend seat.
Your knees bend backwards. You can sit there.
The way Aubrey drives, I can sit in the trunk. I'll be fine.
The bed?
The truck bed?
The trunk bed.
Of the pickup truck?
The pickup trunk.
Pickup trunk. There's a secret compartment back there. Only Thorne knows about it.
You see, I took a plate from the ruins and I used it to reinforce the bed of my truck, and now it's infinite storage.
It's bigger on the inside.
Where are you off to next?
I think we gotta go to the church.
Yeah.
Because I've covered every reason why to do it or not.
Yes, you have.
And if you're a runaway child, you might go to the place that gives you comfort. And if she gets comfort from playing the organ, then that seems silly. That wasn't the first place we looked.
Right. Just a small wolf pup hidden beneath the...
I think we
should go to the church, guys.
We have to, yeah. I'm already driving there.
Okay.
We also should probably be...
Copyright,
so it's a
copyright.
copyrighted one. Damn
Copyright.
I missed the point of the show. Just start singing.
Take me to the religious gathering.
We should probably be prepared for her to lash out if she's really scared or if she's in a form she can't control.
Shoot, we should have got something from the mom.
In terms of...
Like, maybe like scent or please come home petition. Right. Oh, well, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Do any of us have experiences with werewolves?
Coyotes? But they're kind of a different deal.
Yeah. I feel like my fear is mostly over human beings, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to make a knowledge roll, you certainly can.
I mean, I think I will, just because my whole shtick.
I would love to know how bit clawed we can get before we turn into werewolves also.
Oh, yes, that's how that works.
I'll roll first.
That would be great to know.
So you're to be rolling primal against 3 purple.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Camilla, because you're just translating what these
I
things
think. Unless, oh wait, no, I got them mixed up. The X's are the big
fails.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that is then not good because that's 3. Yeah.
Roll it again against 1. I'm very, roll it against 1 purple.
Should we hop on the library?
Yeah.
I have. So it was these ones. That
And
one
also
is. Yeah, so that is a success and an advantage.
So
What's happening in the back seat of this vehicle?
you know about werewolves. Everything you've seen in movies, right? You get bitten by a werewolf, you turn into a werewolf the next full moon. You turn into a mindless killing machine, slavering out of control humanoid wolf. That's what a werewolf is. You know that.
Is it it's daytime.
Yeah, sure is.
Okay.
It's full moon?
No, not
It's
particularly.
daytime.
It's daytime.
No, I was like, well, what about... Okay.
Oh yeah, and then it
I
happens
look
in
up,
the full
can
moon.
we see the moon in the daytime sky?
No, not right now.
Can
Sometimes
it
you
please
can.
be a waning crescent?
It is.
Oh. No, that's not good. That's not good. No, wait, yes it is.
I don't know.
I'm a Scorpio. I wouldn't know.
A waning, that means it's getting smaller crescent. So it's about to be a new moon.
It's about to be a new moon. Yeah.
And that's
She
the
changed
worst.
it will, so it seems like
it
it's
doesn't
not.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Or
but,
not.
but what's going on in the back seat? You learned that? That's what we learned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we try not to get bit?
Well, it's the thing about werewolves is werewolves are big.
Wait, hold on. The thing about werewolves is
Werewolves are big, scary guys with big, long claws that rip out your eyes. And the thing you gotta know about werewolves, if you encounter one, you're gonna die.
gonna rip out your eye.
The left eye specifically.
Don't go out at the full moon. Gonna have a werewolf after you. You can't go out under the sky, or a werewolf's gonna rip out your left eye. You better carry a silver gun, or a werewolf will kill you done. Don't go out down the moon, or you're gonna be dead real soon.
Werewolf! Ow! Werewolf! Ow! Werewolf! Ow! Werewolf!
If you think you can go in the woods, you shouldn't.
If you think you should go in that spooky old shack, you shouldn't. You shan't. You shan't. If you think you should hide in the spooky new church, maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Hey guys, we're here.
That was fast.
Okay, I'm gonna parking brake and
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Oh, go for it.
I feel kind of strangely not at peace in churches. I don't know about you guys, but what Volpa was saying kind of resonated with me. How, like, you know, there's kind of like some lies and deceit, but I'm for one, I'm not only scared of maybe the wolf child we will find in there, but just the overall aura of the place.
okay. Is there something that we can do or that you need from us?
Nope, I just have gotten a weird vibe from the preacher guy. Just weird vibe. That's
Okay.
all. Yeah, so if he's in there,
Father McKinley.
yeah, him. Yeah, he it's icky. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know the guy, but I hear he has a handsome voice.
Okay, slave.
I just don't like pipe organs,
All right,
but we know that.
it's in there.
This is kind
I
of
know.
like the one environment where they should be.
Yeah, normally it's really easy to avoid them.
Yeah.
But we're both facing our fears is
Yeah.
what I meant.
Thorne, do you have a secret fear in there?
No, but I'm excited to find one. I feel like I've never been to church.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
A werewolf is on the table
Werewolf.
for a secret fear.
Well, let's get to it.
yeah. Why not? Walk on in.
Yeah, so this church is a tall building, right? It is built in sort of the mold of a Gothic cathedral, scaled down substantially to fit in a modern American city. But it has sort of the high peaked roof that give churches or church chapels those incredible acoustics.
Ooh.
You open the door, the front door of the church, there's a lobby area, and there's another set of doors that leads into the sanctuary, the chapel. And you can hear that even right, there's not a service in progress. It's probably about 6 p.m. at this point. There is organ music being played in the chapel.
If there's a trash bin outside, I'd love to grab the lid off of it to use as maybe a makeshift shield in case a werewolf charges at us.
Sure.
And I'll just carry that with me into this very nice building. Feels like that's more destructible than a relic. I don't know what's in here, but...
Yeah. You grab the trash can lid.
Yeah.
A furry green man pops out and says, "Hey, that's my roof. What do you do?" No, obviously that.
Oh, if he needs it back, I'm so sorry.
Child, we have to handle this now.
Oscar!
Tonally, are we dealing with like the Phantom of the Amaranth, or like?
It's a little more Great is Thy Faithfulness, a little less Phantom of the Opera. So it's like hymns.
That resonated. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Doxology.
Is an organist visible?
Not from the entrance, no.
Give Mara's hand a little squeeze.
Yeah, thanks, Girly.
Yeah, you head into the sanctuary.
Yeah.
We'll open up the door.
Mara, as you enter, there is a feeling of physical resistance, right? You have to press against a force in order to walk in. You can do it, but you are not welcome here.
No, they
at
don't
all.
want me here.
No.
Yeah.
The Catholic?
Is it a Catholic church? Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
Catholic church.
Yeah, why
that,
not?
That makes sense. As
We're talking about fantasy.
Female sea demon. That makes sense.
You're walking in essentially the center aisle of the church. There's probably 20 rows of pews between you and the altar. Midway, it sort of expands out in the way that a lot of Catholic churches do, in sort of a cross formation. The pipes of the organ are spread out around the entire room, right? So you're kind of getting the sound in surround. And you're a few steps in when you realize that the actual organist is like
Behind.
up and behind, sort of over the door.
Can I ask the obvious question? Are the pipes metal or are they grown from the ground from a tree of forgotten name?
Yeah.
So the rad thing that I love as a human being about organs, not as a GM of a game, is that you get a bunch of different materials.
Yeah.
So you get like the trumpets, and those are kind of made from brass, and you get the big round like steel pipes, and then you get the boxy wooden pipes for the real bass notes. It's all of that.
Yeah, to be clear, I, Camilla, the player, think organs are rad.
Yeah. Do any of them appear to be organic? Not in the least.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Does the organist appear to be Wolfen?
Leica?
The organist appears to be a woman in her 50s or 60s.
Okay.
Peggy Sue. I don't go to this church. That was just a mean thing I said about an old lady.
Has she noticed us?
She is fully engaged in her practice.
Is there any other being that we were aware of in the sanctuary?
I want to start looking around for someone else, maybe.
In the sanctuary, there is nobody else at present. There is sort of in the back, there's a door that goes back into like the priest zone. And there's, confessional booths over on the side, and you can indicate that you would like to seek confession, right? And then a priest will join you, but there's not a priest. There's the gal practicing the organ, and nobody else is in evidence at the moment.
I think I'd like to just carefully walk up the aisle, see if there's anyone in between the pews lying down on a bench. And if there's not, make my way towards the confessional booth. Take a little look inside.
Yeah, you don't see anybody lying in the pews, and as you're sort of walking up and through, an older middle-aged man sort of enters from the priest zone, which I'm sure has a name that I
Priest
don't know.
zone.
Priest zone. An older middle-aged. Go for it.
No, it's not funny. That's the problem. It's the priestly box.
Sorry.
So Elvis Presley walks in. An older middle-aged man walks in, white guy, white hair, like Picard bald, looks like he's been a priest forever, right? Wearing the black with the collar, and he sort of acknowledges all of you and starts sort of going about his business. You clearly knew the name of the priest here. You, Thorne, I say pointing as if that would help on a podcast.
God.
Thorne, Thorne, you knew the name of this priest was Father
McKinley.
And this is him. So it seems like people are feeling a lot of feelings being in a church. And I'd love to hear a character song about that.
A song? Okay.
Yeah.
I would start a song. First steps into a place of solitude. Others feel they find their home. But it's colder, it's smaller, it's darker than I remembered. And I feel there's love within these walls, but not for me. Not for me. Oh, there's something holy, not for me.
I've cultivated this place for many years. It's a place where I've held hands and I've wiped away tears. I've tried my best to make it a place where you can go.
Not for me.
But there's something here that doesn't belong. I know, not for you.
Not for me.
This place is not for you. Creature of the dark, I see you for what you are. Not for you. Not for you.
Did it ever occur that I might not be quite the way I was? I know what you see. I know what I could be, but I know who I am. Not free. It's not for me.
Not for you. No.
Oh, you've made it clear over the years.
You're not welcome
It's
here.
close, so I go back to my solitude. Oh, away from you.
Away from here. Get away from here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like it here, guys. I really don't like it. I feel
Just-
like.
Oh, sorry. I'm just going to move this over there for him knowing you on site as to what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's creepy. What does that mean?
So I spent a resource that was in my pool to give my
McKinley.
characters,
Add a
give
little
McKinley a
detail.
giant advantage.
Oh, okay.
To, like-
he knows
He-
what Mara is.
The resistance you felt maybe
Oh, maybe
was
not.
moving through a barrier that
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Father! Father McKinley?
Do I know you, my son?
No, not my dad. No.
That's a joke I've heard many times, my boy.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you've been at this for a minute, Father. We were wondering if. Well, let me introduce myself because I otherwise would be a man asking for a child. So let me skip through it, man. It's fine. We're here with we're with the Thorne Detective Agency. We've been hired by a client to find a missing child.
Oh, that makes a great deal more sense than what you said before.
Her name is Laika. She's known to have found a lot of refuge here, particularly with the music. Her father was looking into her being confirmed.
Well, of course. She's here most every other weekend. It seems the weekends she has with her father, they come here together. She's certainly expressed interest in, following after Darla up there, but hasn't started yet.
As they're having this conversation, I think I'm still just peeking in the confessional booth on each side, hoping that provides a little bit of cover, but I'm not trying to sneak even that much.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have happened to see her between this previous service on Sunday and now. Her parents actually are unsure of her whereabouts.
You're kidding. That's awful. No, she was here on Sunday, but I can't say as I've seen her since then.
Okay.
I call out from inside the confessional booth. I sort of poke my head out. Can we take a look around, though?
Are you hoping to confess? I'm happy to take your confession.
No, sorry. I was asking if we could take a look around.
Mara's laughing very nervously.
I'm happy to give you a tour of the church, of course.
Thank you. I step out.
Are you sure? It can lighten your load a great deal, I think, to share.
That was a deep breath.
She told him. She told you. Huh? She told you the truth about the thing that she knew, the change that she went through recently. Not that one, you pervert.
We're not all like that.
No. Father, she told you. Huh? The truth? Only you knew.
Anything told to me in here, I keep to myself. You couldn't get me to talk if it was an army behind yourself.
Well, no army behind me, you see, just us three. And, Father, I have to ask you. If she were to tell you something beyond natural, how would you respond?
I would pray for any one of my parish, as I do. My son, I'll even spare a prayer for you. You can trust me with any burden, because I'm here with someone who can share 'em.
All right, so just let me see. You know what? I have nothing more to say. So, partner?
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to know, do you have anything you need to confess? Anything that's told to you that you have to get off your chest? 'Cause if the words that are flying to you have flown to us, then there's a hairy matter we should discuss.
I find that when you're dealing with a teen, hypothetically, it's hard to make a situation clean. If you are looking to help her out in the end, well, you might do well to talk to her friends. I'm afraid I can't say any more. It's clear to me that you've got her best interest in heart, but I've made oaths, and I live by them.
If you can't tell us what she said, can you tell us if she's still here?
I spoke truly when I said I've not seen her since Sunday.
When was the last time you heard of her? A clever retort.
Yeah, when did you hear her?
On their ability to lie. So they would have two failures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he hasn't seen her, but he's heard her.
Yeah. Or at least of her location.
In those little boxes, you don't see them. Those sneaky little confession boxes.
Whoa.
What is your cunning?
3.
You're saying he gets 2 failures for free for trying to deceive you. He rolls with your added 2 failures, he gets a total of 3 failures and 3 threats for any attempt to try to deceive you.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, wait. I was gonna ask, do my powers cancel out in here or something, or can I still?
Have you tried to push at him?
I want to, because I feel like I've had enough, and I'm ready to use this voice to make him do something. I don't know what it is, but he's a man. Sirens power over men all the time.
That's certainly a thing.
And she's angry now.
Jake's little priest.
Yeah, she's mad.
We are,
Bitches
just
be
a
mad.
reminder, we are blindly accusing this man of
No.
crimes.
No, not crimes. But he's covering it up, and she's
I think that he, feels like he's maybe doing the right thing by pointing us in a direction very vaguely. And if he can be more specific, that would be useful in the immediate present.
You get the sense that he definitely knows more than he is saying. He is not trying to deceive you, but he absolutely knows more than he's saying.
So we just have
So
to.
your hunch here is spot on.
So we just have to disprove like Catholic theory to get him to abandon his vows to tell us more information.
That might be an ARC project.
Lauren, you wanted to try some things on the spooky side.
Yeah, my
Adam.
voice is a weapon, isn't it?
It sure is.
Okay. What if I, is that a speaking? Is that a singing? Is it a hymn that is sung so scarily and twisted?
You tell me.
Okay, geez, I don't know. I think, what if I were to find some weird passage and quote it, and then that's like, I don't know what it would be without like researching what it was, but maybe Mara can just pull some weird quote. Maybe it's a verse somewhere about,
I don't know the Bible. I'm so sorry.
I should.
I know it pretty good.
Okay. Like something, maybe it's a commandment, maybe it's Leviticus, maybe it's just something about like children and being safe, and that's something that's important.
The best thing that I can think of that feels relevant is, if your child asks you for bread, will you give her a stone?
Oh, that?
Where it's
Or
like,
maybe
are you really taking care of this kid by doing what you're doing right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. That, or maybe something about oaths and, what that really means. But that's good. And if I could, like, say that and quote that with some
Say it in many
creepy
voices.
voice. Yeah, with Bennett Gesserit voice.
Yeah. Remind me, can you read the hypnotic thing to me?
Hypnotic. The species has spiraling eyes, emits melodic tones, or has some other enthralling ability. Its members adds to all charm, deception, and negotiation checks they make.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is to make me a charm check.
Okay.
And it probably adds a success. Is that what that is? It adds
Maybe like blue advantage dice, maybe.
Oh yeah, it probably is a blue.
Okay.
Yeah, so add a blue dice to it. If you succeed, it will do damage against his strain, as if you had like hit him with a weapon.
Oh, nice. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Psychic.
So charm.
So this is
I
going to
get-
go against his will. It is going to be against 3. It's the thing that he is good at. So that is 4 successes.
Woo!
Wow.
What is the base damage of the weapon that you chose?
It was a longbow that was going to be treated as the voice.
Yeah. You don't need to do more than this because that is 4 successes. Also, you take a bunch of strain. You're going to take 3 strain for doing this here.
Okay.
Where
yeah.
like the place pushes back at you.
Yeah.
And so like you try to use his faith against him,
Ooh, they hate that.
and in a place
And the church,
in a place that is like
he does
charged
not like it.
with
The building
faith.
does not like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's like. Okay. Got it. 3 strain. How do I keep track of that?
You should have a strain threshold up near the top of your character sheet. And you would mark that your current strain is 3. If your strain ever gets to your threshold, you pass out.
Got it.
Or like you're taken out of the
You have to
narrative
think
for a
about
bit.
things.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
Okay, my threshold is 13, for anyone wondering.
Cool.
That's like very high.
Cool. Oh, that's weird.
So you say this to him, and it like I'm curious the response from Thorne and from Aubrey as the sound, the powerful voice of your friend resonates discordantly throughout the building. Normally, when you've heard her sing, when you've heard her speak, her voice is melodious, it's beautiful, but it's as if the geometry of this space causes the reflections to hit you at the wrong times. What is it like hearing that?
Is this the first time we've heard this?
Maybe this clearly? Actually, I would say maybe yes for you, maybe no for you.
So yes for
by
Aubrey, no
chance,
for
yeah.
Thorne.
Yeah, Thorne has heard this before. Maybe Aubrey has not. Unless you feel that
Yeah.
that's incorrect.
No, I agree.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Aubrey sort of looks concerned, but it's mostly turned towards Mara. Knowing that she said she didn't feel safe coming in here, that there was something strange about this place pushing against her. I think my instinct is to check if she's okay.
And I'm probably, I feel Thorne's probably just gonna probably be ready to fight. I feel like that probably puts me on edge. I don't trust it. I've been given reason to believe this guy is helping us, kinda, but I still don't trust him. And I feel like I'm kind of more alert, like fight or flight activated.
Definitely was not a calculated choice to do this. It was a passion choice.
Yeah. So you speak this passage at him. The sound fills the entire room. The organ stops abruptly. And his whole posture shifts into something a little bit more obedient, a little more pliant, and he turns to face you directly. You just confirmed everything I thought of you. Mistress, what would you have me do? My mind is yours to command. So, mistress, what do I do?
I don't know what you're hiding, but there's walls within your mind. I don't know what's there, but if you'd be so kind. We know there's more than what you've been letting on. So if you tell us, we'll pack our things and be gone. I don't believe that oaths are the only thing that's keeping you here. I believe you know where this girl is, and if you fear what I'm truly capable of, you'll tell us what you know, and we'll go. Only when your nightmares will I stay.
Given me directions that are clear. I'm afraid the girl's mind was loud as a din. She's seeking solace with her friends. So go and find and ask Ashwin.
Thank you, that's all we needed.
I grab Mara's hand and I grip my trash can lid very tightly in the other, and we leave.
Like, just see there's just a tiny little dribble of blood coming
out of my nose?
out of his nose.
Jeez, that's terrifying.
You did that to him.
Yeah, that's scary. She hates that.
As we're leaving, I'm like Thorne backs away and gives the sign of a cross and is like, "Thank you so much," and just goes out the door.
I think Mara.
No, there's no eye contact for you at all. He's just sort of rapt looking at Mara until she's out the door.
That guy's gonna follow us home.
Oh, don't say that.
He's your new thrall. Like,
Where's Joseph been this whole time? Anyway,
The pavilion.
right. Really. I think Mara is shaking. I think she is has like a nervous like shaking and is maybe a little bit in a daze, but very storm cloud. Like you can just feel storm cloud.
What was that in there?
Well, we got what we needed, didn't we?
I put the trash can lid back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Oscar.
Look, I felt like he could be controlled, so I controlled him.
Oh, is that the first... You've never seen Mara sing?
Sorry, what?
It's not my story to tell, Mara.
Aubrey, I guess maybe this is a good time if you were unaware. Thorne's got...
We should get in the truck. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're just standing on the steps of the church.
Yeah, we should get in the truck.
Are you okay to talk about this now?
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I be? Actually, it was kind of exhilarating and felt like taking my power back. No, the reason I don't love going into those types of establishments, buildings is, I'm just straight up not welcome there. Not because of anything I maybe did, but maybe something that I am. You know my family. Wonderful, gorgeous ladies.
They have gorgeous lawns.
Right. You know, it's kind of like when Thorne will do the leg trick, you know, and it's kind of like more than meets the eye,
Yeah, your mom actually taught me that one.
Right. How do I put this? You've heard like the Greek myths, you know, of the sailors, you know, and the Odysseus, you know, strap himself and they don't want to hear the, you know, siren song I don't know how much to say about this. But I just think you should know.
I know about it.
Nobody knows.
Okay.
And that's why my family is as powerful as they are. It's that. It's not even hidden that well, if you know where to look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, a lot makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that why they get away with such?
Heinous
they don't
crimes?
pay me that much.
Right.
For.
Yeah, you said
how
payment. I
big
said
their
crimes.
gardens are. But I just thought they were really good negotiators.
Yeah. That's just. I mean, I'm just gonna say this now. I promise to never use that on either of you. One, because it probably wouldn't work.
I kind of was assuming that was unspoken.
Right. No, I know.
You've been thinking about it?
No, geez, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to make that clear. Like, I made it awkward by saying it. I don't know. But it just, something in there, like I just felt, you know, and I've been trying to deny this part of myself for a while, but in there, I felt like, you know, it didn't matter what I did or what I said. Like from the minute I walked in, you know, it was just blacklisted. And I knew that there was something going on in his head and it wasn't all quite right. And so I don't know, sometimes I feel like I can just see into them and move the pieces around a little bit and say the right thing. That sounds really fucking terrifying, doesn't it? You guys want to listen to the radio?
Promise not to sing along?
Yeah, Aubrey, that's why you can never come over to my house where we played it when you were younger. But it's not about me, right? There's a gal that's missing. We gotta get her. Now we know to look, ask her friends. Ashwin? Y'all heard that, right?
Do we know who we can ask Joseph, maybe. Or the boy. We could go back to that boy's house.
Ask him who Ashwin is.
We could go to Duffy's and get a drink. I owe him $20. And we can talk to the boy upstairs.
And we can forget about how we obtained that information. It can just be a cute little blip that happened and we don't go back to that place ever again.
All right. He left our card with that child, right? So there's a chance the parents might be trying to contact us already.
True. Maybe we go back to the office, check in on Joseph.
So you head back to the office.
I made it awkward.
I think so. It's after dinner now.
Yeah, it's a solid dinner time. It's like 7-ish. So you left Joseph at the Chili Pavilion.
Yeah.
He does not have keys to your office because Thorne was real touchy about him staying there.
I just demanded recompense.
If you want him to be in your office, that's fine. I don't know where. Man,
If he's in our office, there's $50 in my pocket.
great. So he's hanging out in your office. You go there to check. You asked the Kajanas to call you if they had seen Leica. The parents to call you if they had seen Leica. There is no message on your machine.
Joe, my boy.
Oh, hi. Any leads?
Yes, actually, we were wondering if you knew about one of Leica's friends named Ashwin.
Yeah, of course. He's one of her best friends. They've gone to school together since she was in kindergarten, basically.
We think it's possible that your daughter may have tried to contact Ashwin after she disappeared. And so we would love a number or an address if you happen to have it.
Oh, yes, I've dropped her off there before. You know Duffy's?
Yeah.
His family lives upstairs.
He kept the dogs inside.
Yeah.
Wait, I do say that sentence. Can I read if he knows what I mean by he kept the dogs inside? If Joseph picks up on
for
it?
sure. You can definitely try and read that.
My mind was just blown.
It's just gonna be perception against 1.
Oh. My perception is, what skill is it? Cunning.
Cunning.
Did you know this whole time? Oh, okay. My mind was just blown.
Is this success?
Yeah, so that's successes. These cancel out, so it's 1 success and 2 advantages.
Yeah, he has no idea. He doesn't twig to that at all.
Back to Duffy's.
Yeah, I'm going to say all of that. My vocal reaction happened silently. Just behind the...
My eyes go very wide, but I turn and I say, I think that maybe we have evidence of your daughter being all right as recently as several hours ago, but we need to go confirm that right now.
But she may be imprisoned, so toodaloo.
No.
What? How
No,
could she be
not
all right
that.
and imprisoned?
That's new teen slang. Imprisoned is like, going through it mentally. Sorry.
Wait, is there other slang that I don't know about?
Yeah, there's plenty of teenage slang.
Yeah, we all know teen slang from when we were normal teenagers.
Not that long ago.
Aubrey's face goes pale.
Something's not good. It's righteous.
Things aren't hairy. They're scary.
Oh, okay.
Instead of truth, you can say verily,
Righteous.
or forsooth, or in sooth. I think that's what kids say.
And imprisoned nowadays is more of a phrase to describe your mind and what's going on behind your eyes.
Oh.
It's like, after that math test, I'm feeling imprisoned over my grade.
Imprisoned can also mean the traditional thing.
But that's not what we're talking about right now. She's fine.
Or instead of clothing, you could say liveries or raiments. That's what kids say.
Aubrey, what kids are you talking
Forsooth.
Yeah, forsooth.
Okay, guys, this is all cool and all, but I think we gotta get going
We got a jet,
because Leica's being kidnapped.
which is just slang for hanging out with your friends.
Avant!
Yeah, if that friend is not letting her leave.
Yeah, but it's like a like a
I think it's like a sleepover.
yeah, it's like
I think
a
it's-
thing that you don't worry the parent about. There doesn't need to be any worry.
I think they're trying to pull one over. Anyway.
It's all righteous.
Forsooth.
And your
Forsooth.
daughter's gonna live.
That was in question? Oh dear.
No. Live is more like. Oh,
the next shot, I imagine, is the truck pulling up to to Duffy's.
I feel like maybe one of you guys should go. I kind of messed up the last questioning, maybe in a way that caused irreparable spiritual damage to me and others involved. So why don't you guys, if you want to take the lead on this?
Pretty sure Ashwin thinks I'm a superhero detective, cool spy.
Yeah.
What if you talk to him at the door, distract him, and then I try to like whip up a little dog whistle thing, and we blow that dog whistle and get them to like go crazy and push past.
No, I don't think that she's being held captive. I think she went to her friend's house because she was freaking out and needed someone to take care of her.
I guess we'll have to ask.
What breed of dog was it? Like, do we know if that was her?
Well, there
Or
were
was it
two,
like a
and one of them
Labradoodle?
knew sit, and the other one was not having any of it.
Lycanthrope.
So,
All right.
I think you remember one of them was like a big husky or something. The one who sat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll call you up, because if you can talk to people sometimes.
Yeah, and
You're really good at charades, I think, is what it is.
I'm great at charades, and I'm great at dog commands.
And I'm great at exploring the human condition.
Yeah, I'm great at leaving things unexamined, so let's go!
Go ahead, Aubrey.
I'll head up.
You knock on the door. An adult man opens the door this time.
Sir, we'd like to see your child.
Where's your dog?
Just like the kid you talked to before. Like he's an Indian dad.
What was the family name again?
Kajana.
Kajana. Hi, Mr. Kajana. My name is Aubrey Stump. I stopped by and left my number in your
yes,
care
you
earlier
spoke
today.
with my son.
I did.
Yes.
I wanted to follow up because there was a path of inquiry that has now revealed new information that I was hoping he might know something about. Would you be okay with, if he's here, letting me ask a few follow-up questions?
He sort of pokes his head out the door a little bit more. Thank you for asking this time. I don't think it's appropriate for you to speak to children without their parents present. Please come in.
Clop, clop, clop.
Did he see the two of us? Are we all invited in, or just
You're all invited.
or just Aubrey? Okay.
They're clearly not super wealthy, right? They're living above Duffy's, but they're getting by. It seems like this place, in contrast to Velpa's home, feels incredibly lived in. Incredibly lived in. Warm textures all over the place. It's like the smell of good cooking. A cat. maybe the same cat from downstairs in Duffy's. Who knows? It's just, follows you up the stairs and into their home. And that seems to be not a problem for anybody.
I would icebreaker by saying it smells wonderful in here, or maybe not.
Well, thank you. My cooking, I don't think could match my mom's, but I do my best.
Do
Silently.
we see the dogs?
Yeah, I must silently communicate to Thorne. Maybe if he's got that dog whistle.
The thing I offered to make in the parking lot.
Mr. Kajana will say, Ashwin, your friends are back. And you hear like a sort of a commotion in the coming from like one of the rooms in the back, and Ashwin comes
myself
out.
in a very professional context.
What's that?
I introduced myself in a very professional capacity.
You sure did.
I don't know why I'm the one being treated like this.
Also, he's a teenager. Like he's not a young kid, but he's got a protective dad. So, yeah, Ashwin comes out from the back, and you hear just some barking, like the barking of two different dogs from the back room. They're closing there. Hello.
Hey, good to see you again.
It's good to see you again, Aubrey. I was really excited to tell my dad that I got to meet a real private investigator. I got to help on an important investigation.
Yeah, we're hoping that you and your family would be able to offer us a little bit more help with some follow-up information that we have.
And he kind of looks at his dad, and his dad nods. Okay, what?
Yeah.
How can I help?
Well, would you be able to tell us about your dogs?
Yeah, just before we get into the real investigative business, I mean, it's just nice to learn more? It seems like you're very passionate about your pets that you have. How long have you had them? I mean, I'm interested in adopting a dog myself, and so I just wanted to ask.
Oh, I really love dogs. I've had Gulab Jamun. He's the terrier mutt, the smaller one. I've had him for almost a year, and I've almost got him to sit. I've almost got it. I'm really learning to train dogs, and I'm getting better.
The other one's a better listener, though, huh?
Yeah. She just showed up. She just showed up yesterday, and she was a stray. She didn't have any tag or anything, so I she just kind of showed up, and she already knew all the tricks.
Thorne's face melts from like hard staring this child down to like a soft melt, like, oh.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. What breed do you know is she?
I looked it up in my Encyclopedia Britannica. I think she's like a husky wolf thing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I think it's a lycanthrope.
Oh,
Mara kicks Thorne's leg under the table.
Maybe I'll go. He goes and he gets the.
When I say that.
Yeah.
Oh, the dog's in the back room. Closing the.
Talkie mushrooms.
He like. Should I go get my encyclopedia? I'll see if I can see that.
Would I actually be able to go in and say hello to the dogs?
Ashwin, would you bring the dogs out here? And he goes back and brings the dogs out. There's like a burst of energy as this little terrier who's like super excited, the real unruly run, bursts out and just like cannot be contained. His enthusiasm at meeting new guests. And the husky also comes out and kind of sits just outside of the living room and like looks in.
I do charades at Mara, trying to ask if she can do charades. I gesture at her, and then I do like a bird flying, and then I do rain falling, and then like a movie camera, and then at her point, yeah.
Oh, to the dog?
Thumbs up.
Hey girl, I know you're scared. Hey girl, all alone over there. We know what it feels like to hide, and we know all that you've kept deep inside.
Hey girl, do you know if you can tell what it's like to hear your parents yell? Hey girl, do you ever go outside and think maybe this is a good place to hide?
Hey girl, sometimes you get lost in the woods. Sometimes it takes a while to get home. But there's people there, there's people who care. Not only those around you, but those waiting back at home. And they'll help you out if you ask for help. Don't do this on your own.
I know what it feels like to be misunderstood.
To be missing, lost in the woods.
But it's better to be around all this love that we know is reserved for you. You can feel alone in a room full of people who don't know what you're hiding, but it's better than being alone on the run and not confiding.
And to myself I think, as I say the words out loud, what am I telling this kid lies for? What makes me so proud? What makes me think she'll find something I could not? When I was young and lost in the woods and felt like the world forgot. Hey girl, go home. Hey girl.
The larger of the two dogs is sort of walked into the room and sat down by Mara's feet and kind of looks up at her. You hear sort of whispered into your head, like, okay.
Like, if the visual cue wasn't enough, I like look over at the two and be like, it's her. It's her.
You know whose dog this is?
Yes, actually, we think that this might be Lyca's dad's dog.
I think Lyca maybe left to go looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
If we can bring it back, I think that would help us find her.
I think she has a really tight and personal relationship with this dog, and
I mean, there's a chance it's Lyca's mom's dog, though, right? I think maybe we let the dog decide who it goes back home to.
Right. Silently communicate. That was just a front. She can do whatever she wants. I just needed some way to connect it back to Lyca that wasn't going to be a dead giveaway.
But she can hear you still, and maybe she doesn't want that.
Can everyone hear the silent communication? Is it like a broadcast channel?
I think it's just doing charades.
Yeah. Anyway, so true.
Well, Ashwin, don't you think if this is going to help Lyca that... I know you've become attached. I know she's a very good dog, but don't you think you should do something to help your friend?
One thing to consider is if we are able to get this dog back to her family, if Ashwin and Lyca are good friends, they might get to see her again.
Of course, she's not my dog anyway. She just showed up. I'll do anything I can to help Lyca, of course.
Thank you.
I know she appreciates it.
Yeah, she's one of my best friends. I'd do anything for her.
I make really serious eye contact with the dog. Say, how's that sound? Give thumbs up and sort of churn it and see where the dog barks.
Just kind of gives you a doggy grin at the thumbs up.
Like the little
Okay.
panting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ashwin, tell your parents we're staying for dinner.
No, we gotta. No, what?
We're gonna sit here and smell this delicious food and not have a single bite?
I'm full. Actually, I think we should.
No,
Alicia.
be serious. If you're helping my son's friend, the least I could do is feed you.
I make serious and prolonged eye contact with the dog. How do you feel about staying for dinner? I tilt my thumbs up until the dog reacts. Okay. She wants to stay for dinner.
Okay, my bad. I'm starving.
The camera pulls out on the apartment.
For sure. And it pulls back in to you all, and the dog is in the bed of the pickup truck. As you're driving on one of the main roads that kind of goes up above the city, heading back towards Hagrid Hill. You're sort of taking a little loop around.
Up towards the cliffs.
Up around the cliffs, but you sort of get a neat shot of the city lights behind you. And the camera, the view sort of swings around and you can see the lake on the other side. Where are you taking Lyca?
I think, Lyca, where do you want to go? It's kind of a choice, I guess.
Your mom knows more about transformation stuff. She might be able to support you more. But if you want to tell your dad, I think you could tell him about it if you wanted.
She works real hard to think at you since there's a bit of a telepathic link there. You get mom.
We should go back to Volpo's house.
Okay.
And no organs are fun, but maybe you see if the dome needs an organist, and you don't go back It's up to you, but just know that they may not take kindly to certain breeds.
Keyboards are so fun and cool also.
Yeah, all you get to that is just like a head nod. Or not a head nod, the
dog
the
tilt.
dog tilt. The, like,
So cute. All right, well, let's head back over to...
Yeah, we head over to the mom's house.
Yeah, so you're back at the brick apartment building. You buzz, and she lets you in. The door closes on the apartment building, and that's where the episode ends.
Oh. Because she's okay.
But I mean, maybe the episode ends with us getting paid.
Thanks for joining us for this RPG Major mystery. Telling these stories means a lot to all of us here at RPG Major. If you like them, you can help us out in 2 different ways. First, think about who you know who would enjoy our stories, who would enjoy our comedy, and who might like our music, and send them a message right now recommending our show. Second, help strangers find our show by reviewing us on Apple Music and Spotify. That helps a lot. Okay, I'm gonna roll the regular credits now. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us for this RPG Major mystery. You can connect with us and other people who like this oddball little show on our Discord or on social media. You'll find links in our show notes. Mara Vertere is played by unrivaled vocalist Lauren Drake. You can find her in scripted productions around Seattle and performing with Jet City Improv and musical improv team We Have Some Notes. Find her on socials at La La Drake. Aubrey Stump is played by loquacious lyricist Camilla Franklin. Find her performing around Seattle with musical improv team Fancy Cafeteria and on Instagram at Camilla Strader. Thorne is played by peerless performer AJ Krumley. You can find them performing in Seattle at Comedy Sports and with Crooked Street Theatrics and Productions. They're on Instagram at Major Fraser. All music for RPG Major is created live in the room by our unmatched accompanist, Noah Samuels. Find him on Instagram at Samuels_Noah. And I'm your GM and host, Helix. You can find me performing with Jet City Improv and musical improv team We Have Some Notes. Connect with me and the show on social media at RPG Major. We'll see you next time.
How much chili has he eaten and how much kickback do we get from that?
Is he okay? He's been at the chili pavilion for hours.
The man does not have a lot of legumes in his diet normally, and so this fiber overload is, oh man, he is hurting.
That's why I charge $50 for the office.
That got me. With the dogs? I was gagged.
I so badly wanted to do a verse of just woofing in that last song. I can't ruin
Yeah, I'm glad I gave her head scratches before. Thinking that dads, I feel like men aren't always taught about puberty and what it's like for women, and it leads to a lot of stigma around it. And I just think if she ever needs him to go out and buy her stuff because she's turned into a wolf, that he should know how to support her and not be weird about it.
appropriate brushes.
He's at his country club or whatever, and the other dads were like, I had to go buy tampons. He's like, I had to go buy...
Don't stigmatize it. That's very normal and cool, and it's great that you did that.
I had to buy
Wolfsbane.
Yeah, Wolfsbane.
Is that a brand of tampons, or? All right, I'm going to hit stop on the recording, I think.
Bye, everyone.
Gotta end on a G major.
Bye.